Hello, you guys. I'm gonna let you all get the notifications. Okay. How is everyone doing tonight? I'm really tired, so we'll be on for like an hour. Okay, they're sending out the notifications. I just made me the best hamburger steak in America. Hey, the Black Barbie. It has so much flavor. Hey, Shan. Now I'm drinking me some hot coffee. After you eat, you're supposed to drink something hot. And it's really supposed to be tea, but I'm not a real big tea person. Hey, Miss Diane. Hey, Clarinetta. How is everyone doing tonight? I got two topics I want to talk about because I've been intending to talk about the wildfires, the fires that are happening in Hollywood, and I just kind of want to give my little 2 cents on that. Although my heart goes out to everybody that is affected by what is going on. I just kind of want to. I haven't had the opportunity to really talk about it. Then we're going to talk a little bit about Cornelius Smith. Hey, Alan, you doing okay tonight? I think my throat's starting to get a little sore because that hot coffee feels good to my throat. Anyways, let's see. We'll give some more people like 2 more minutes to start coming in. Hey, Mr. Parker. Positive vibes. You all make sure y'all hit the like button, okay, as y'all start to come in. I got a little cold too, y'all. Now my head's just a little stuffy. Hey, phenomenal black woman. I ain't seen you in here in a while, Miss Phenomenal Black Woman. As soon as I get some, ain't nobody even got no business calling me this late. It's late. Let me see. Dealing with the death of my nephew. I'm sorry to hear that, phenomenal black woman. My heart goes out to your family. Only Mr. Parker can call this late. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk about the fires that has been happening in LA. Of course, I've been so tired. Y'all could tell I have not been on top of everything because I've been tired. Um, I've been hitting and missing. Unfortunately, I've been so busy, but I do make sure even when I'm tired, I get on and I give you all a live and all of that. Um, so anyways, I wanted to kind of touch on the Hollywood fires and all of that. We see what has been happening in California, and to me, because it happens, I believe, almost every year. I've always felt like it was something weird. I kind of feel like the fires are people start a lot of those fires, and it's a lot of sick people. People do a lot of things for a lot of reasons, and money is normally the root of it. But I was looking at in one of the medias where there was a man that was arrested for starting fires. He was blowtorching some stuff. He was starting fires, and he was let out like the next day. The media did not even really focus on that a whole lot. And I felt like that was weird. You got a man in California that has been caught starting fires, right? But I do believe that a lot of the fires started, you know it's so unfortunate that people are losing their properties. A lot of people are saying they didn't even know that they didn't have insurance anymore after, because they was just quietly dropping them as if they knew there was getting ready to be a catastrophe. For some reason, this kind of reminds me of what happened when the in New Orleans back in 2005, when that happened to New Orleans with Katrina. For some reason, I was extremely fascinated. That was around the VCR time and all of that, right? And so what I did was they was putting a lot of stuff on, not VCR but DVD, they was doing a lot of documentaries, and I was buying those documentaries because I was extremely I wanted to hear what a lot of the New Orleans, if I'm saying that right, what they had to say, right? And a lot of the New Orleans felt like that there was something wrong. Some of the workers and stuff that actually had worked for the city, a lot of what had gone on, they felt like that, they broke the levees, right? But as far as California, I do believe that this is engineered. It's engineered too. And then I think about a lot of the witchcraft and stuff. And I know I don't like to get into a whole lot of conspiracy, but I don't think this is a conspiracy. Okay, we already know how and what goes on in Hollywood, right? Um, I remember when I was growing up, TT, I just said that today to someone, the fires are 2025 birth. Yeah, yeah. And so you see like you see a lot of the celebrities have been losing their mansions, their mansions and stuff have been set on fire. I know a lot of people, it may not be biblical, but this can also, kind of remind you, if you're going to think about the Bible, you know, Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, we see, like, we read about the Bible. Everybody know their Bible, and we see what was going on in Hollywood and how they do it in Hollywood and all of that. Okay, so I mean, but I get to thinking about even with the houses and stuff being burned down and all of that. I mean, it's not the houses that's evil. It's not the land that's evil. It's a lot of the people that's evil. Unfortunately, those persons who are not celebrities that have been affected, they may not even have the funds and stuff to build their to um to even get another home, especially if insurance companies was quietly dropping them, right? And so what it's going to do is it's going to leave a lot of poor people um in a deficit even more, right? So, hey, I know I put witchcraft on there. Yeah, I do believe that it's a lot of witchcraft and magic and stuff that goes on in Hollywood. And but even still, I think about the poor, because y'all know I am an animal lover, right? I think about the poor animals and stuff um that's getting burned up in the fires and stuff. But I was reading probably about last year that California's um government, I believe it was the governor or something, was going to pass a law allowing them to just kill just slaughtered thousands and thousands of horses. It was just really weird, the types of stuff. I didn't understand it. But they was gonna allow them to slaughter wild horses, right? And I thought that was really weird. But like I said, I think it's sad. Y'all know I get into this all the time. And I guess somebody came into my chat last night when I was talking about animals. They had an issue with it. But I'm just gonna say this and I'm gonna get back on my topic. You got to be sick to be, people come into my chat and they have negative things to say, right? But they come over to my chat every time they got their bell on. Every time I come on, they in the chat. So that would mean if you got an issue with me, but you're always in my chat, it's something wrong with you. I don't go look at people that I don't like. Whether their content is good or not, if I don't like them, I ain't looking at them. So that would mean that you got a motherfucking mental illness, bitch. So stay up out of my chats. Okay? Right? It's an obsession. But I was thinking about, when I think about the animals, with the way that I don't know, y'all. Listen. I Whether I talk about it or not, I read a lot of deep stuff, and I do believe a lot of what some of these celebrities that have been in Hollywood that is no longer in Hollywood because it ran them crazy. I believe a lot of what they say. When people get to talking about certain stuff that they saw, people start calling them disgruntled. They're mad because they are a one-hit wonder. We're starting to see now that a lot of this stuff that these people was talking about is absolutely true. Hey, Nene, he said some people say that Elise trying to cover up Diddy's mess just in case he talk. You think they would do? I don't know now. I hope they wouldn't do something. This Lord have mercy. Mm-mm. This is strictly about money. I think. Jay Works. I think it's strictly about money. If they were scared Diddy was gonna talk, they would kill Diddy right there in the jail. He would be caught. He would be found hanging from his jail cell. Because I mean, him being in jail makes him even more vulnerable. Okay, because somebody is always them guards to kill him for 3,500. Okay, that's how bad they hurt. And give them 3,500, they'll go ahead and hang him. So, if they was that scared Diddy was gonna talk about something, they would have done killed him. They said California is Sin City. I think so too. And like I said, there is a lot of witchcraft that goes on in California. I remember Jennifer um Lopez. Her very first husband was a waiter. A lot of people don't know, have forgotten about, she met him. She always liked to marry somebody, right? So she married him. He was a waiter, and they was only married for a few months. This is when her career really first got started, like Selena. Right after she did Selena, she kind of went up. And he wrote a book, and then she kind of paid him to be quiet. She paid him off, and they was talking about how he um is really afraid of Jennifer. Lopez. He talked about a lot of what he saw. I think that book was put out, and I believe it was kind of pulled. She kind of even, she paid him, but he said she was some type of um is it Satoria witch or something? Y'all know I don't know a lot about the witches, but that she was a witch and that he allegedly saw them sacrifice like a 12-year-old girl in one of those rituals, and that was the type of stuff they did when they was really building her career. um he said that she was a witch. Okay, and I do believe that. We see the types of things that they do, human trafficking. I used to always wonder, because I was always very much involved and um as it relates to human trafficking, right? And I used to wonder, when I started, you think about when I started working for the police department. Now, technology has advanced way from in 2000 when I first started working for the police departments, right? So when I started working for the police departments back in like 2000, that was the beginning. I started seeing the types of technology that they had. As years went on, I started seeing how how their technology advanced more and more and more. And so when I really started getting into looking into missing children and human trafficking, it's really out of control. It really is. A lot of people don't know that. And I used to wonder, I was like, dog, the police departments, the FBI, they got all of this equipment. They could, I mean, they can hear anything that they want to hear. They can see anything they want to see. I'm gonna tell you, I was just blown away when years ago when I was working in the detectives division, and whenever they would have to they would have cases with the FBI, whatever. That's how I knew that they had a love-hate relationship, right? um the investigators, the MPD investigators didn't necessarily at that time like working with the FBI, because they felt like the FBI felt like because they was the FBI, I'm the head of this case. No, I'm the head of this case. Like they had issues with that. But my mind was blown when I saw, even back then, that I first saw back then, that they could take a they had equipment whereas they could sit at the end of your street um and point it at your home and look through and see in your house. I was blown away. I didn't even think. You have to think about, I didn't know anything about technology like this existed. And when you're talking about a brick home, you don't even think that that is feasible. You wouldn't even think that they had anything, there was anything in this world, whereas you could see through a brick house, right? So um that just kind of, can you imagine how technology has advanced, right, since then? And I said that to say this, like, I started wondering when I started seeing, as the years went on, working for the police department and stuff. I was like, dog, they can, especially when they start partnering with the federal entities. I was like, dog, human trafficking is out of control. And I know that anything that they want to get a hold of, they can get a hold of, right? Why is it so out of control? Well, I quickly started to learn that, um, you know, um, hey, these black kids and stuff, these, people were going missing, and it had a lot to do with um, people in leadership positions, right? If they wanted to stop human trafficking, they could, but I started seeing how closed our eyes are, how we don't vet the people that we put into office, right? If somebody wants to change laws, these people make millions of dollars. When you start becoming a public servant, you start running for office, you don't make no money. So you already have a company where you're making millions of dollars. Why you want to go and work a job that's gonna, run for office and get paid maybe 80, $90,000, right? But what I saw was they started making laws that get into office, these pedos, okay? They run for office, and they present themselves whereas the public would love them, right? Because the public can be really shallow. And they start to make laws less stringent for pedos. And of course, if you are a pedo, I mean, you're gonna turn the blind eye as it relates to children going missing, especially if they're children of color, right? The kids are being made into, and this happens in Hollywood too. They are being made to be sex slaves. They're made to be uh, um, working as slaves for free. Um, all types of stuff, right? So a lot of kids and stuff are absolutely put through hell. But I started to wonder, I was like, wow, why can't the FBI, why can't the American government get a hold of this? Right. And so then I started learning about the um, MK, um, what is it called? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Is it Ultra? Yeah, the MK Ultra. Let's see. I think I'm right. Yeah, MK Ultra. um, a whole lot of other stuff, and it just really blew my mind. And I really wish that you all would go and look at. He was a FBI agent, and he was a chief agent. And when he retired, he retired as a chief agent in Memphis. Okay. And when he retired, he got into PI work. He had been a chief FBI agent, Los Angeles, Washington. The last place was he was a chief in Memphis, and then he was poisoned. Okay. So Agent Granderson, and the reason I talk about him is because my mentor, the person that trained me, when he had worked for the when he worked for the guidance, he was an FBI agent. He's retired now. He worked up under Granderson, right? So when Granderson retired, okay, um, Granderson got into PI work, and I'm gonna make a long story short, but he was one of the ones. Chief Granderson was one of the ones that really started busting open a lot of these child sex rings in the early 80s, right? And when he started doing that, he because he was so skilled, because he had worked with the FBI, he knew he was very skilled. These kids were going missing, these white children were going missing, and they was hiring him, and he was able to trace it all the way back up to the very top, right? I think about um I think about this, and I be sometimes I get uncomfortable when I talk about this, but I think a lot of this stuff need to be talked about. I think about this child that went missing back in the 80s, okay? And his name was Johnny Gauch, right? And there's a documentary, Why Johnny Can't Come Home. And Johnny went missing when, and I'm gonna get back into what I was talking about, but I need for you all to know how deep this stuff is. Johnny was a paper boy, right, from out of Iowa. Johnny went missing. He went on his paper route as he did every morning, okay? And Johnny didn't come home, okay? Somebody snatched Johnny up, okay? He was a 12-year-old male white out of Iowa, okay? Johnny's mother was feisty. She did all she could. She ended up hiring a private investigator, to see, because she wanted to know what happened to her child. So Johnny's mom is sitting looking at TV. This is around the time that old man Reagan, was elected, and they had some type of celebration on the White House lawn, right? And she's looking at TV with her family, and who does she see in the back of President Bush at the time? The first Bush, the old man Bush. He dead and rotten somewhere now, okay? Should have had been. And who but her son, right? And she goes, that's Johnny. Her family goes into this pandemic. That's Johnny that's been missing for 3 years. Well, when she goes to the police, then it was actually the Iowa police chief does nothing, fought against her. Come to find out later on, he is a part of this ring, right? That went all the way up to the very top. So I said that to say this. When we started talking about Pizzagate and all of that, I know it seemed far fetched to people, but that stuff is actually real. You don't really hear me talk about it a whole lot, but it's actually real. This lady saw her son standing behind the president. This boy had been put into a MK Ultra type program and made to be a sex slave. Okay. And he was on the White House lawn behind the president. They said she was crazy. They told her family, that's not your son. They produced some fake name of, this is a child. This is who this child is. That's not your child, but she knew her son, right? So, I mean, this stuff has been going on for a long time. That's why I always say we have to watch our politicians and not be so quick to just elect people because they have a song and a dance. You have to really vet politicians, because when they want to destroy, when people are come together and they want to destroy, the first thing they start doing is running for office, because they're able to quietly change laws and things of that nature. So a lot of this sick stuff has been going on in Hollywood for a long time. You talk about snuff films and all of that, and a lot of the evilness that they have produced has been put into porn movies, right? That's why when people ask me, they get to talking about, girl, you know, you shouldn't be so shallow. I go, I don't look at no porn. If he ain't looking at my ass and titties and shit, ain't getting him, making his dick stand up, I don't want him. Okay, if he got to look at porn, a lot of the stuff that they do in Hollywood, they start to put into, you know, the film industry, especially the porn industry. You start to see a lot of that. This is a lot of the trauma that they put these children through. Okay, this is a lot of the trauma that they put these children through. That's the reason I don't look at no damn porn. Okay, I don't, because I understand what is going on when these kids are snatched up. They make these snuff films and things of that nature. And for you all that don't know what snuff films are, they do this in Hollywood. You have sick politicians that take part in this stuff. So what they do is these are like, they make like porn movies. Okay, and I'm gonna have to be meticulous about how I say put things out. They make, PORN movies, right? And so what they do with these kids is, right before they get ready to have a or to the gasm, they shoot the child in the head, right? And they make other children watch. And these are kids that have been snatched up and forced. It's so much that go on. That's why I say we got bigger fish to fry. That's why I don't like no damn food. We have bigger fish to fry. All of this stuff is going on. It's been going on in Hollywood. Okay, it's been going on in Hollywood. That's why I say, I hate that when folks get talking about she talking about she like animals. Sometimes I feel like, because when I see what a lot of these humans do, I'd rather just go chill with the damn animals. Okay, because humans do some sick stuff as it relates to destroying things and people. Okay, um as it relates to destroying things and people. And I definitely have a passion and a love for children. I do. I have a respect for all human beings. I don't think that they should be violated. That's the reasons why I have a determination to have these vloggers that violated me prosecuted. It's happening as we speak. I'm not playing with them. Okay, so yeah. I know I got into something else, but I get thinking about Hollywood and the witchcraft. A lot of this stuff has been going on forever. It's been going on forever. And it's so unfortunate. But when they talking about the houses and stuff, we already know that it's got a lot to do with money. Insurance companies. It's getting ready to be a lot of money flow. But unfortunately, those people that hey, just barely making it, it's really gonna hurt them even more. What they're doing. But I mean, I wish if Hollywood was going to be burned down, this might sound evil. I wish they would burn down the evil people that partake in things like this. Burning down their houses don't mean a damn thing. I wish that it would burn them. Okay, I have to, Lord forgive me for, because I was getting ready to say something, but Lord, I don't want to say that they should be burnt up. Y'all hit the like button for me, okay? Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Hit the like button. Anyways, you guys, hey, um, all of the evilness that they do. Unfortunately, a lot of the celebrities are not, especially those that have a lot of money, they're not really affected. They might even be a part of the scheme. You never know. But they're not going to be affected at all. It's the everyday people, the everyday working person. It's the innocent animals and all of that that's really gonna be really affected by this. When we start seeing Beyonce's mom talking about her mansion is burned to the ground, she still got her insurance. The only thing she gonna do is build a better mansion. She probably was tired of that mansion anyway. So the insurance company is gonna be a reason for her to build a newer mansion on her land, such as a lot of the other stars, right? But those persons who don't, that work every day, who don't have it, they're gonna be affected, right? They're gonna be affected. I was trying to stay in the bushes, but Mr. Parker made me laugh out loud. What Mr. Parker say? Mr. Parker, something else, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. And it's a lot of things, if you ask me, that could be classified as witchcraft. I know people think when you read and you got the Ouija board when you speaking spells. I mean, when you speaking against people, that could be looked at as a spell. Words are spells. That's why you have to be meticulous about what you speak out into the atmosphere, right? A lot of people don't know how powerful their words are. You have to be careful. That's why you need to speak positivity into your life, right? Watch your thoughts, watch your words. But if you ask me, there's a lot of things that classify as being witchcraft. Jealousy is witchcraft. Trying to put stumbling blocks in somebody's way. That's witchcraft, because you're trying to. It's anything when you're trying to control. Most witches want to control something, right? They want to control your destiny. They don't want you to. They want to control your how much money you get. They want to. That's, to me, that's witchcraft. Okay, virginal. Virginal is witchcraft. What's that? Virginal? Yeah, to me that's witchcraft. So that's why people need to be very careful about their words and their thoughts, right? Um okay, I've been talking about that 30 minutes. I want to move on to Cornelius. Okay. Cornelius Smith goes to court. Oh, he's talking about vagina. Okay. um Cornelius Smith goes to court. I think next week, okay, and he's going to court. It has not been rescheduled, okay, as of right now, and he's going to court, I guess, to be sentenced, right? And I think it's going to be extremely interesting. People think witchcraft ain't real. Oh, it's absolute. Let me tell you something. Witchcraft is real. That's why you have to stay prayed up. That's why you always hear me, because I know how evil people are. I've had people to come to my Facebook. And you have to be careful, because I remember a time like when my grandma and them, they didn't believe in giving people pictures of them, letting everybody do their hair and stuff like that. That's why they had an old beautician that they knew from the church, and she did their hair. They didn't believe in letting everybody in their head. And I'm like this too. Like I get really meticulous too about people touching me, right? Because I do believe in the transference of spirits. But that's why you always hear me when I pray on here after I cuss everybody out when they piss me off, and then I pray. I also say, I reverse every curse and send it back to the sender, because I understand that there are witches that be in the bushes and stuff wishing bad luck on you. I've had people come to my Facebook inbox and say that they was trying to put a spell on me, okay? And I just reversed it, right? I reversed it. No devil in hell could ever stand up against the power of God that I have around me. So that's why I say I reverse every curse and send it back to the sender. May it hit you in the middle of your motherfucking forehead, bitch. Okay? So everything that you just spoke out is back up on you and your family. Okay? ZK says, yeah, I don't like people in my hair, and yeah, I don't. I do too. I do too. I don't do hugs. Yeah, hit the like button for me, okay? Yeah, you have to be very careful. I don't let people consistently speak out negative things to me either, because what they're trying to do is they try and you consistently let them speak that negativity, though, that it starts to manifest, okay? It starts to manifest. No, you don't have the, a lot of people allow these so-called prophets, and I do believe that God has some prophets, but they start letting people speak that, the prophet said I ain't gonna get married. The prophet said you ain't gonna get married, because see, if you have a praying life, the prophet, just like they did in the Bible, they come for confirmation, which means they come to confirm what God had already put in your spirit and told you anyways, right? So when the prophet stood up and comes to you and said, God said you supposed to stay single. God ain't told me that. Not if you want you some dick. God ain't told you that. God ain't told me that. He said, I'm gonna have me a wife and a husband. Right? So I don't receive that. You can send that curse back, because sometimes people be speaking curses in your life, and because you got respect for them, you receive it. I don't receive that. I'm gonna be laid up under me a man. I don't know what you're talking about, but God ain't told me that, and I don't receive it. Stop letting people speak curses in your life. Curses are words, and you let them and then agree with them. The Bible says that yes and amen. The word of the Lord is yes and amen. So, well, amen. You ain't gonna have no husband. You supposed to be single so you can work for God. Amen. You come into agreement with that stuff. No, Pastor. I got much respect for you, but God ain't told me that. I don't receive it. I'm gonna be laid up under me a hard leg. Okay, he gonna be my husband. I appreciate the word, but I don't receive that. I'm not coming into agreement with you on that. You don't even know how people really feel about you, and you letting them speak curses in your life. You sitting up dreaming about getting you some dick and every night, and you gonna sit up and let him tell you that God says that he ain't gonna send you nobody? Okay? God told, well, I wanted to I wanted to go back to school, but my mentor, she a woman of God. Okay, she a real hardcore woman of God. She said, I ain't supposed to go back to school. What your mentor got going on in her life? Okay, she might know how to pray, but she might be miserable. She might be mad because her husband didn't let her go back to school. She didn't better herself. And now she's speaking that same thing on you. You don't know what people's motives are. That's why you're supposed to have a praying life for yourself. When you come to tell me something, it's confirmation. I say I appreciate that because God had already put that into my spirit. I come into agreement with that. Okay? You don't really know what people's intentions are. That's witchcraft. And it's a whole lot of people, more and more people have that witchcrafty spirit on them. When you sit being envious of somebody else, that's witchcraft. I might be a lot of things because I'm not perfect, but I ain't never had no jealous spirit. I might get a little jealous of if I'm, dating somebody. I mean, the women, that's what women do. You might get a little jealous. That's healthy jealousy. Baby, why is she looking at you? I don't like that. But to be sitting up jealous of somebody else's blessings, that's not how I rock. Because I understand that if it's for me, then I'll get it. And if I want it, I'll go get it. But we see now that so many people like deal in witchcraft, they really ain't no better than nobody else. They judge somebody else's deeds. And I mean, they doing the same, they got the same type of spirit on them. So that's why I say you have to be very meticulous about that, because there is a lot of witchcraft in the atmosphere. Anytime people are sitting, I always thought that, two is better than one, right? If you can get a team and come together and build something. But see, people don't do that no more. What people do is they get teams and they get people and come together with people that's just as evil as they are to try and destroy. Can you imagine what they could build if they took that energy, that same energy, to try and build themselves up, build somebody else up, even build themselves up? Hell, they down in the damn sewer. They still got a first floor mentality. Why not build up your mentality? But instead, they all coming together on one accord to try and destroy somebody else. That's straight up witchcraft. Okay? So, you know, yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button for me. But yeah, that's why you have to be very meticulous about you know, um, who you have around you, who you allow into who you allow into your space. Look, I've always been reserved anyways. I've always been very quiet, shy, and reserved. I get on here and I do my thing. I do my thing on my TV show. But I mean, um she said, I'm sorry, Miss T, but there is witchcraft in Memphis, as in people doing it, having shops set up in places. Oh, it's a lot of witchcraft in Memphis. Um, yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and this is a true story. People don't think that stuff real. It's real. It's a group of girls that my cousin and them. They're in their like 30s, so they're younger. They're around my sisters and them age. These young girls was, I mean, I'm telling you, they were nice looking girls, but they believed in tricking guys, right? So a group of them, what they would do was they would go down to Tupelo, Mississippi. And down in Tupelo, Mississippi, they would go down there there's this group of witchcraft doctors or whatever, voodoo doctors, that would mix up spells for them. They would get with men who had, oftentimes they were married, but they would get with men that had a lot going for themselves, that made a lot of money, right? And so they would go down there and call themselves going down there getting spells, and that stuff is real. I mean, they laugh about how y'all better be careful. Now, I'm telling y'all, like, I know when I start getting into stuff like that, people ain't, they go, oh, she too far. I'm telling y'all, these folks is doing it. So that's why you have to be very careful. Every big ass ain't to be got. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta let it bounce and walk on by you. Okay. Because these people dealing in witchcraft and stuff, these girls, and they kind of laugh about it, right? They call themselves putting spells on men to run them crazy. Okay. Next thing he know, he done lost his family because he gone stone crazy. That's why you can't eat, not only you can't spaghetti, but you really don't even need to be eating nothing if you don't trust the person. um I'm telling you, I know I got a little deep, but you're right. It's witchcraft in Memphis, it's witchcraft everywhere. Okay, as well as in Hollywood, people are trying to control folks. They want to control people. And so these are the types of things that they kind of resort to, which is really crazy. My dad used to always say, keep people about your house. I had to learn the hard way. I did. Keep people up out of your house. Uh, I'll never forget. I used to have a condo, and it was so beautiful. All right, it had a beautiful view and all, right? And I remember when I first got it, I was like, dog, I would invite people over because I like to have people to come over because I don't do a whole lot other than work. People that I had them come over and entertain. My dad used to always say, "Keep them people up out your house." And I went, "Oh, Dad, these are my friends." And then after they started seeing how I was living, them very same people that was drinking up my wine and eating my good chicken wings that I was throwing on the grill, they started trying to put daggers in my back. So you have to be very meticulous. Keep people up out your house. Okay. That's a true statement. Keep them out your house because you don't want different spirits and stuff um in and out of your house. Now I have my cousins and stuff come on over here, and I love them, but I don't even have them at my house and stuff as much because you have to be very meticulous about just about the type of when you say, well, let me bring my friend. I don't know your friend like that. You know what I mean? So you don't want people where you have in a lot of people coming in and out of where you have to lay your head and all of that because sometimes they might want to come back, you know, unannounced when you ain't at home and find a way to get in. Okay, so you just keep everybody don't even need to know where you live at. They don't need to know where you live at, and they don't need to especially come into the sanctity of your home. That's just not a good idea at all. Okay. um yeah. So you're right. Who said that Memphis has witchcraft? She's absolutely right. It's witchcraft everywhere. It is. It's witchcraft everywhere, but especially now when we're living in a time where everybody want to control somebody else. They can't even control themselves. They can't even stop themselves from popping a fentanyl pill. They can't even stay out the damn meth house. They can't stop going to get trying to get a crack rock, but they want to control somebody else. Control yourself. Make your motherfucking self better. They can't even do that, but they want to control somebody else. Okay. Atasha says, this is what I don't understand why they won't have a prayer and fast for Memphis. Because there's so many people that's a part of what's going on. You have everybody doing a little something for some money. Everybody is doing something up under the table for some money. They've gotten away from caring about the people. That's why the people have to come together and demand change and care about themselves. What's going to have to happen is people going to have to genuinely take an interest in their own home. Okay, start caring about yourself and what goes on in your home, and then start getting with people that do. Okay, before you know it, it's a lot of y'all that have gotten together to overthrow those that have been taking advantage of the people, right? There used to be, I remember, and they have not been doing that. They used to have um what was it called? They used to have a tent. Um yeah, what is it called when a revival? They used to have a revival right there at Elvis Presley and Shelby Drive. So they would have a white tent out there, right? Like going down Shelby Drive, like going towards two-lane apartments. And I used to love it because I used to love when they had revival, when they would have the tents out there. They stopped having them because they started jumping out robbing the folks. I my right hand to the Lord. They started jumping out robbing the people. It's a damn shame before God that people can't even have revivals and stuff anymore. They would have a 7-day revival, and they started jumping out and robbing the people. They had to stop having them. Okay. So you can't even bow your head and pray because if you open your eyes up, somebody might be standing in front of you with a weapon, talking, talking about give me your purse. It is a trifling because, and they definitely need a revival going back down that way. Hell, um, so they just don't do them anymore. You used to have pastors that would get out, and they actually was boots on the ground, and they would go into the trenches, right? But that's not even, I guess that's not even safe or whatever anymore. So hey, it's really sad. But you have a lot of politicians that's the around the Memphis area that's a part of what's going on. As far as they don't care, all they want is to line their pockets. And that's it. It's about them and their family, and they don't give a damn. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. What the average politician, their mindset is: black people, and this is their mindset. Even though they want to vote, they'll say black people their own worst enemy. When I was truly trying to help them, I mean they fought against me, so I'm gonna just get mine. I'm gonna just get mine. You can't help people that don't want to be helped. That's a darn shame. That's a darn shame. Ray, I used to now. It's only dark skinned Southern Bells. That's a 5'3" inexperienced. Holiday Track says narcissist behavior is a form of witchcraft. I agree. Holiday Tracks, I agree. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me, okay? If y'all want to support the channel, y'all can hit up the Cash App and the Super Thanks, okay? The Cash App and the Super Thanks. Um, but I want to talk about Cornelius. Like I said, Cornelius Smith goes to court next week. It's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. And I know a lot of people, as even when I try to get away from, I go, we're going to, talk about this, and that. I know a lot of people still kind of want to know, be kept abreast of certain stuff. And he goes to court. Of course, we all knew that. I believe it's on the 24th or the 26th. And like I said, if they don't change it, okay, it's gonna be interesting to see how his sentencing um turns out. I don't know. I have no idea. But if I had to guess, I think I would say at this point, I don't think that he's gonna get life in prison. I just don't believe that he is. Um I could be wrong, but I don't believe that he's going to get life. I could be wrong though. I don't think that he is, and it's just gonna be interesting to see how it all turns out. Um, ZK, I ain't say nothing. He said cornbread about to get sopped up. He gonna do a lot of time, but I don't believe that he's gonna do life. I would be shocked if he got life in prison. At first, I thought he would get life. I was like, I think she's gonna get serve him up, but I don't know. Just the more I think about it, and it's just how your mind change. I think I don't think he's gonna get life in prison. I don't. I could be wrong though. Um, it said Cornbread helped himself when he told, because when you tell, you get consideration and all of that. Yeah. According to the public site, there were some charges that Straight Drop had, um, that they didn't prosecute him on. So, why, I don't know. Okay. So I would think that if they did that for Straight Drop, they would Cornelius actually um told a lot, right? So I would think that she would have more consideration, even more consideration for him. Although I could be wrong. So I just said that to say this. Y'all, if y'all hear me doing this and all that, it's because my head is kind of stopped up. I hate to be consistently doing that on here with you all. I apologize. I really do, but I just got a stopped up head. Um, Ray Brown says, believe me, I don't discriminate. All races have beautiful women. Um, ZK says, Sasha, and yeah, the PO thing was stressed a lot. So, yeah. Um, hey, I was let me see how much. Cypress must be over there. The godmother must be on because Cypress ain't even came up in here. He do his show with him and godmother do a show every night. You have to watch them when they do a show every night. They'll mess around to be married. Yeah, has anybody seen Alabama Hitter? I haven't seen him. He ain't been in my chat. Tam, you a blessing. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Edward Potts. I appreciate that so much. Y'all, if y'all want to call in, y'all can start calling in. We're talking about witchcraft and we're talking about Cornelius. Well, Cornelius has been over to wherever he's at. Nobody knows where he's really at. Thank you, Mr. Parker, for the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Um, Nobody really knows what Cornelius is for real, but wherever he's at, he's been there for for a few months now, so I'm sure he might be used to. He might be used to it by now. I don't know. They say it don't take but 3 days to get used to something. So that's what they say. That's what the old people used to say. It don't take but 3 days to get over something and to get used to something. That's what my grandmother used to say. My grandma used to say that, girl. It's been 3 days. It ain't gonna take you but 3 days to get over him. After 3 days, you get over anything. That's what they used to say, child. Joel Scott says, Tamara, did you find out who that was in court yesterday? I didn't. I didn't. Mm-mm. I don't know. Mr. Parker says, ZK, as in straightening, do you mean some sparkling? My internet boo was on yesterday talking about Lil King. You talking about Alabama Hitter? I haven't seen him. I saw him on the Godmother's channel. I haven't seen him in here. Um, ZK, you a blessing too, and you a good steward. I admire your work efforts. Yeah, I was talking about Alabama Hill. I haven't seen her. Like I said, the godmother must be on because normally Cypress be up in here. You know, he be in the chat. Cypress so low down. He said I'm talking about as straight drop should have. No, Lord have mercy, should have shot Cornelius. That's mean to say. CK says Cypher gonna learn one day about loving these Memphis women. Mr. Parker, what's wrong with loving Memphis women? You act like something wrong with Memphis women. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. But like I said, y'all, we was talking about witchcraft in Hollywood, and which is a lot of witchcraft that go on. But I think what's going on now is strictly greed driven because a lot of the celebrities that really got the money, um, they ain't gonna do nothing but just be a bigger mansions. The insurance policy is gonna pay them out before they pay the poor people, right? They're gonna pay them before they pay the poor people, and that's if any of the poor people had. But there were a lot of people that live in California saying that um, there was a lot of people that lived in California saying that they hold on, they won't even sell them fire insurance. Hold on, I see a message coming through. I have to look at my phone at it. Hold on, you all. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hold on, you all. Okay. Grip says, I like you still didn't read my comment. I liked you still didn't read my comment. What comment was that? I didn't see a comment that you posted, Grip. I don't see it. This is the first time that I'm seeing a comment from you. Um, let's see. Cypress was on earlier, but didn't stay on long. Oh, okay. He was on earlier. That's unusual for him to come on early. Maybe he coming on early because the godmother come on late. So I guess he feel like he gonna be on. He have to get. They. I guess they doing a show together. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Hold on, you all. Um. Hey James, how are you? Oh, he was on at 5 today. He said, "Let's see him G Cypher's rest." I tell you. He said 10 comments before that comment you just read. I didn't see him. I wonder why I didn't see him because I'm going back up looking now and I don't see him. Ray Brown says, hate to say it, Cypress was right about what allegedly should have happened to Gorman. If Cornbread had gotten taken out, who was going to tell what happened? who involved was gonna tell what happened. Because everybody's gonna be tucking their tail, trying to clear that, trying to act like they didn't know nothing. Then Cornbread couldn't connect the dots. Tamara, I'm so ready to get the small fires out of this and pick up the big fish. It's time for them to fall down. Gotti has had his time in the industry. God, why y'all think God is so quiet? Why he quiet? He a fan of the show. He'll post something tonight or tomorrow. Why y'all think God is so quiet? What he gonna post something tomorrow? Watch. He don't even show himself no more. Remember when him and Angela wanted to be the Beyonce and Jay-Z? But you don't really see him posting anything. Angela don't really post your Gotti on her page anymore. I mean, I believe they still go together, but she don't post them. I wonder why he been so quiet. He's supposedly a CEO and a rapper and a label owner. You would think that he would be wanting to promote that and stuff. Okay. Um, it was ZK. He come up in here lusting at the host and audience. HC Bully says, yes and no, but I'm maintaining broski. Something happened to HD Bully. HC Bully, is everything okay? Um, Tashawn says they're going to get him soon. The feds are always watching. A Black Youngster has. Do he even post? Black Youngster don't even post anymore. That's weird. Black Youngster has not done a interview since 2021. That's weird. Especially since he put out albums, Black Goat 1, Black Goat 2, then he do a Black Goat 3. So he put out all of these albums and he still have not done any interviews. I mean, most artists start doing interviews to try and promote their stuff. So he says not really, but I'll be good. Thanks for asking, Miss T. Okay. Hey, Ronald Grace. Hey, everyone. My dad unfortunately lost his home in Altadena, California. Oh, wow. I hate that. Lord have mercy. Your dad is in my prayers. 82 years old. Lord, right? When he should just be relaxing and resting peacefully. He got to be worried about oh. Did he have fire insurance on his home, Ronald? I asked him, was he good? He said yes and no, TT. HD Bullet is a man, so he may need to have a man talk. So I just offer, okay, well, that's a good thing. Miss T, are you a private investigator like Cannon, the show from the 70s? I am. Leo says Gotti ain't saying nothing because he might say something that could criminalize himself. Well, I mean, when he went on the Breakfast Club, he already told him not to ask him anything about, he didn't talk about the Young Dogs case or anything. Um, so I would think that Black Youngster would do the same. I'm sure it's a lot of people want to interview Black Youngster, but maybe they told him they can't interview him unless they're able to ask him about Young Dolph. I don't know. But I find it weird that he has not done any interviews that I know of since 2021. Um, he said enough trolling and talking his slick talk. I mean, I'd be interested in knowing though what why Gotti don't be on social media either. Gotti don't, Black Youngster don't. Um, it seems like there's been like a decline in their presence since 2021. That's all I'm saying. That's nasty live he did along with the graveyard video. Yeah, when he did that graveyard video, that really um kind of started his career on a downward spiral, and that's the truth. He got bigger fish to fry. I'm talking about Black Youngster, and I'm not saying he got a well. I won't say he got bigger fish. They the same size. He got plenty of fish. Okay, cause it you know I'm suspicious about what happened to that young man that that was accused of killing his brother, because in reading the affidavit it says that he walked outside. He was out on bond. He walked outside, and as soon as he walked outside of his door, he was hit up. Who did that to him? You know, his charges have been dropped down to manslaughter. So I mean, he probably wouldn't. He could have gotten probation or something. I'm not saying Black Youngster did it. Okay, I'm just saying that it, based on that statement he made, I'm gonna make everybody feel my pain. You know, people might try to put that together. I don't know though. Child, they didn't even know that young man had been killed. By the time the news media put it out, it had been months. Hell, I didn't even know. I wonder how the news media find out. I wonder if the family anonymously called to let them know that he had been killed. I bet somebody in his family did. Because if they had not talked about it in all that time, they didn't talk about it for a reason. I'm talking about law enforcement. They probably didn't want it out at that point. The kind of old boy was living, ain't no telling who did it. That's true. Ain't no telling who did it. It ain't no telling. Nobody knows. But it sure is strange. Mm. We haven't seen that news lady since, have we? Y'all know the first rule of investigation is ask the same question 67. That's not true, Mr. Parker. It says Cypress, you think Gotti going to jail. So Cypress, you think Gotti did it. Mr. Parker, that's not you don't go from asking a question to making a statement, okay? Telling the person that they said that. And so Cypress comes up with 100 ways to say no. Cypress, the king of Memphis, didn't do nothing. Cypress crazy. Cypress said, "Hey, Goldilocks." Cypress said he ain't did. Cypress said he didn't do nothing. Child, I say, I guess we've been looking at two different things. Oh, they're not on yet. Oh, so that means Cypress is free. I wonder why he's not on here. The Godmother man coming on every night, but she comes on kind of late. I'm doing good. How are you? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Do we have over 100 likes? Do we? If he was on this morning, he is asleep. Y'all know he sleeps late. He probably is asleep. Or maybe he on the phone with Sparkle. Hmm. Y'all hold on. I'm gonna have to fix me some more coffee because so I won't be so sleepy. Hold on. Give me a few minutes. Yeah, hold on. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. Hold on, please. Please and thank you. Okay, y'all, hold on. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. What's up, the godmother? I was just talking about you. I was like, her and Cypress must be on. What's going on? Godmother, you want to come up? Okay, you got two more clients. Okay. I forgot that it's tax season. Everybody getting it. So when do the income tax checks hit the accounts? When they're gonna start releasing income tax checks? I think they've already released them because I've been starting to see these Negroes on Facebook scrolling up and down Facebook showing their crab legs and showing their lobster tails and all of that. I didn't know if they had gotten their income tax or if they got their food stamps, but they at restaurants, so I mean, so they got their income tax. Or they got a loan on the taxes in February. Oh, they've been getting loans. So how much do they have to pay to get a loan on their money? They have to pay to get to get their money early. That's just crazy. So how much are they paying to get those loans? Tasha said he'll be glad when they do. I wish I got an income tax check. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I filed my taxes the last day because I be dreading filing them. I don't get a oh Lord have mercy. You down there gotta get a big tax refund to afford crab legs. I'm telling you. They started showing that they're out at the restaurants eating every day. You know, they start posting subliminals, folks hating because they not eating, you know. They haven't posted being in a restaurant all year and they throwing out shade at people that eat in restaurants all year but don't post it, right? I'm going back to get some cookies. They was good 2 days ago. You talking about at Makita's Cookies? Makita's have really good cookies. I like their cookies. The other shop, in the downtown area has the same cookies too. They're really good. It's Makita's and Butterifics. They have really good cookies. I like their butter cookies. You all make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what? I haven't had one of their chocolate chip cookies. When I go in there, whenever I've gone in there, I haven't gone in there in a long time. But I see now I've been watching what I eat. Make me mess around and go um into the one downtown and get me some of those butter cookies. Me Parker, they using our money to send it to Ukraine. He says, Ed, I may have to start on OnlyFans to see. The economy is bad. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of money that is circulating. Definitely not a lot of money that's circulating. That's really messed up. Everybody they just had to have Biden up in there and look at what he did. Edward says he owes 2,300. Oh wow, that's not bad, Edward, to owe 2,300. The godmother says that's the part they don't read is the percentage they have to pay to get the loan on their money. Well, they be just trying to get that money. They be trying to get that loan so that they can hurry up and give it to that man who they have not seen all year long. Long, okay? He tell them you better give me some money or else I ain't gonna spend the night. They be trying to lure these men that they have that ain't had nothing to do with them all year to them. That's just so sad. They go on Facebook and start posting their money and stuff. Mm, mm, mm. What kind of world do we live in? Picture me slanging D on OnlyFans for 1999, 1995 subscription. Let me look at something real quick. mm. I tell you, Mister. Okay. The godmother says, trying to keep him at home, trying to keep him at home, and trying to take him from a home. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of these women, I mean, they've reached an all time low. They be bragging about I took some. They talking about they done took a man, but they didn't tell you that they took him with a pocketbook. Edward Pye says, "No, it ain't." But I be looking at where it be going, Tam. Like, damn, leave me alone. He said, joking. I need to find me one of them women. Oh Lord, look, you have girls that ain't work for probably 3 months out of the year. They do hair over the stove, and these girls get what, $15,000 if they went to work and didn't touch two of their income tax checks. For 15,000, they can go and buy them. They can go and get their licenses, and they can go and buy them a building. You know, when I was getting income tax, we didn't get income tax that big. I wish. Okay, we was happy to get $3,000. Yeah, they get 10 plus. Shoot. I wish I got some money back. I'm getting jealous. They go and they buy. They go and they buy. They go and they buy weave. They go and they buy weed. They buy all of the weed so that they can keep the man there. Baby like good weed. They bragging about. They get on Facebook bragging about baby like the good weed. Oh Lord have mercy, these people are so twisted. Baby like the good weed. They bragging about all the weed that they buying. Baby trying to hurry up because see he's such a dog ass Negro. He don't want to leave her until all the money is gone. So he want to make her spend all of their money as fast as he can so that he can go on back home to the other girl, right? So he make her buy him all the weed. She go buy him a lemon car, okay? She buy herself a lemon car. Ain't it a damn shame they buy the cars? They buy the cars in February and it's sitting up. Uh, they got it heiced up, okay, with a jack by June with oil running down the damn driveway. Okay, it ain't no good. So come next year, she got to buy baby another lemon. By this time he done told the girl that he lived with, look here, I'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm doing this for us. Folks such dogs now. These women, these women and their husbands be knowing that they going over here to little slow. Okay, right? They going over here to little slow, getting her check, that income tax check. Okay, so let me go on over here to little slow. I'm gonna get her to give me her income tax so I can flip some. Now, little slow, it has not registered to little slow that if he was flipping some, he wouldn't need her income tax because he'd have plenty. He wouldn't need her income tax to flip nothing. He been a failure all year and before that. Okay? Because if he knew how to flip, he would have been flipping. Hold on. Y'all hold on. Yeah, hold on. Child. Y'all hit the like button. Mobile. Yeah, I bought me some Nestle cookies that you put in the oven. Just when I have a taste for cookies. Steven, I know you're watching. It's just a little bit. I'll never buy them again because I taste salt. I can't eat no cookies. I can't eat nothing where I taste salt. Mm-mm. I'm gonna throw them out. Steven, I know you're looking. I'm gonna do them 200 jumping jacks tonight, okay? I don't. I need to get one. Mr. Parker, I need to get one. Hold on, y'all. Hello?
So y'all heard me in the chat, right?
No, what you said in the chat?
No, I heard you. So y'all in the chat, I be telling Tamara what to do. She gonna get on here and tell me she eating cookies. Knowing I'm gonna get on to it. Know it, dog. She said, I know you listening, but I'm gonna eat them anyway. This is what I get to be dealing with.
It was only one cookie. I can't eat it because it's got a lot of salt in it. They putting salt in the cookie dough.
Tamara, Nestle don't sell one cookie.
Well, I bought the little thing, that I put them in the oven and bake them. But I mean, I opened them up, and that was my first time eating one, and it was salty.
Okay, so you said you open them up. Is like them, meaning pull. You didn't say I opened it up. You said open the see. Y'all see what I did with? Man, listen. Tamara she just don't do what she want to do. That's why see, she ate that chicken and Dodgers when that dog was walking up from the south side.
I promise I didn't eat that chicken. I didn't eat it.
What happened to it, Tamara?
I threw it away.
Yeah, you threw the box away when you finished. What else you get? I heard you talking about the taco cups. I be listening like she knows.
But listen, the taco cups, I put the taco cups in a little wonton paper. It don't be the taco shells.
See, you sound like all the clients that I showed. Y'all just try to find ways around doing what I told you to do. You just do it. No.
But the taco cups, they say it's keto friendly.
They who? Who is they?
On Facebook.
What did I say? I don't know who they is. It's mythical. The black people love saying they say. Who is they?
I was looking at a post on Facebook. They said it's keto friendly.
What did I say?
You said eat roast.
Okay, so why you going? What you doing the opposite of what I said? Okay.
Listen. I went about a lot of roast. I've been eating. I have been eating roast a lot. I'm tired. I
said eat salmon and chicken thighs. That's what I told you to eat. And I told you to eat green vegetables and drink water and do 240 jumping jacks a day. I guarantee you ain't doing that.
I'm gonna do the 240 tonight.
It's 10:05, gang.
I'm gonna do it before I get into bed.
Y'all heard that right? Okay, we'll see. We'll record yourself doing 240 jumping jacks.
I'm recording myself doing them.
Y'all heard that right? Okay, all right. Okay, go eat your saltless, sugarless cookie. Go and eat it.
Well, I ate that one and it's gone. I ate half of it, and the puppy ate the other half.
The puppy, and now you lying on the dog. I'm out, man. I'm gone. Y'all see what I'm dealing with. Lord have mercy.
Y'all know Steven is he's a fitness trainer. She said, "Me too, Ray. I'm hungry." Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep clearing my throat. Like I said, I got a cold. I'm gonna have to take something tonight. I don't really like taking cough medicine and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to take something because it's my nose is a little stopped up. But that's because of the weather. Like I come in, I turn the heat on, I turn it off because the heat gets too hot. Then it's cold outside. Then 1 minute it's warm. Next minute it's cold. Yeah, that's what I should have did. I should have did that turmeric with cinnamon and water. I like to do it with hot water instead of tea, and lemon, and put lemon in it. And I do have some lemons and I have some limes in there. I state make sure I always have lemons and limes. Tim, you was pretty on that picture. Hold hands with the prayer later. Oh, thank you. With Pastor Lori. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Edwards. That's Pastor Lori. She is such an awesome pastor. She is such an awesome pastor. Co-pastor Lori. And they do a lot of great things out in the I want to say their church it's not Fraser. It's not North Fraser and North Memphis is the same place. Um I guess it's not Raleigh. Who out here from out of North Memphis? Somebody say something that's from out of North Memphis. Cause I'm getting ready to their church sits um is it North Memphis? You all where y'all remember where that Kmart used to be at? 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of honey, mixed with a quart of water. Squeeze of lemon is optional. Will clear you right up. Okay, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of honey, mixed with a quart of water. Okay. Okay, Lady Scuttlefield says she's from out of North Memphis. It was Raleigh on the post. So that's Raleigh? You sure? I thought Raleigh was further. Y'all remember where that old Kmart used to be at? I thought that was like North Memphis, Fraser. You sure that's Raleigh? I thought Raleigh was further. I thought Raleigh was further. Yeah, on Fraser and the old Kmart now is the U-Haul place. Remember what Kmart used to be at? Like right after you get off of the expressway. It is um it's Thomas. I thought that was the phrase. That church is right around that area. But then I think the way that Fraser and Raleigh and all them are set up, one side is Fraser, the other side might be Raleigh. Okay, so is that the Fraser area? That Kmart was there for years, and now they turned it into a U-Haul place. Not a U-Haul place, but a storage place. You get off on, is that Austin P? I believe that's Austin P. It's Austin P. Later Scutterfield. That's Austin P. So maybe that's the Raleigh area. Maybe going towards Millington. No, it's when you get off on Austin P. When you get off on Austin P. So maybe that's the Fraser area, because I guess Fraser would be a little bit. No, Fraser and North Memphis is almost the same thing. I promise to God. North Memphis and Fraser and Raleigh, they're really all the same. Um, okay, so that's Raleigh. Okay. Yeah, it's right. It's not. It's right. It's before you get to Bill Atkins Church, so that would be considered the Raleigh area. Okay, because like I tell people like North Memphis, I never could really tell North Memphis and Frazier and Raleigh apart because they're all like right there together. They're all the same thing. Hmm. So is it Raleigh? Okay, well then I guess it's Raleigh. I guess it is Raleigh. I guess when you're going on up towards Austin P, when you get off on Austin P, that would be the Raleigh area. Okay. He said, "Yeah, it's Raleigh right there by that old Kmart." Okay, so anything Austin P is Raleigh. Okay. Yeah, I used to love to go to that Walmart on Austin P, like going towards Millington. I'm gonna tell you something. I like Millington. I do. I love Millington. I love going to like the. I like going to get the my watermelons from down there in Millington when in watermelon season. I like going to the stores in Millington. I just like Millington because it's small, you know. But I used to like to go to that Walmart on Austin P, which would be Raleigh over there across from the hospital, across from Methodist North. But they started robbing people, and because their candles always go on sale first, like their candles always go on sale. So I used to love to ride out there to get the candles because I'm a candle fanatic. Okay. Um. Yeah, across from Methodist. Anyway, y'all, what y'all think? Do you all think she's gonna be hard on Cornelius? I just want to know. I need a consensus. Do y'all think she's gonna give Cornelius life in prison? Cornelius sang his little soul out. Y'all think she's gonna give him life in prison? ZK says she do. Yeah, I saw the video. Cornelius ran up on him first. I mean, yeah, he definitely did. He was the one um that really incapacitated him. He knocked him down and straight drop got out and shot him in the neck and in the head. So um Lady Scudderfield thinks that he's gonna get at least 25. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna give him life. I don't. I don't think she's gonna give him life. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next week as it relates to that. She didn't play with straight drop. She's not gonna play with cornbread. No, she don't play. He said, I don't want to trigger you all, but think about the way he was spraying. Dolph ain't stand a chance. Him snitching only saved him from life without. Yeah. Dolph had a really small frame, and um he wouldn't have survived all those bullets in his body. He never would have survived all those bullets in his body. And he just, as he was falling, he was shooting him. He kept shooting as young Dolph was falling to the ground. He kept yeah, it's just, I tell you, I don't even like thinking about it. It's just really, he, he spent a, okay, I tell you. Mm. They sure did that boy dirty. They didn't have to do that. It was unnecessary. It really was. It didn't, it shouldn't have happened. I I think he kept shooting because once he hit him, he spun around. I think, you know, so I kind of I it's just sad. Um, mm. Does she have a reputation of throwing the book at people accused of some crime, of the same crime? Well, she have a reputation of going about her books. Exactly, Parker. He'll get out when he's about 60. Yeah. They should have just let Mia get to do them like they did. Yeah. Yeah. That would be a good idea. I remember when Dolph was killed, it took Mia a couple days to make a statement, right? And when she made a statement, she she was talking about how she, um how she had been in shock. And I remember on the statement that she made, she says, "Now I got to dry my eyes and tell my kids that daddy is never coming home again." And that was like a couple days after he was killed, so it's just sad. I don't understand what people be thinking. You destroying lives for money, money that they can't have anyways. So I think at some point it's definitely going to be, especially when everything is over. It would be accessible, the video. I don't think they're going to be able to keep the video sealed forever. It would definitely at some point be public record. So, um, hey, the people in the courtroom saw the video. I know I'm still what's that? It's 10:30 and I'm still up. Oh my God. I can't remember the last time I was up to 10 till 10:30. I think that coffee helped me because I started getting sleepy at like like an hour and 15 minutes into the video, and I was like, Lord, please help me to fight, to stay woke, because I haven't given you all, and we're going on 2 hours. Oh my God, I'm breaking a record like in a long time, in a few months. He says, during one of the lives, I was gonna ask if y'all think Mia will ever date seriously again. I don't think she will. I truly believe Dolph was a person. Dolph left Mia very wealthy, so it might be hard to it's gonna it's it's gonna be hard to come behind him. The way he was thinking about her and those kids, from my understanding now, they talk about folks got $100 million loans, but from my understanding, he left her somewhere upward of 100 million. Her and those children. So they are the 100 millionaires. I mean, they're the real 100 millionaires. So, um, mhm. Yeah, I think so too, Kenny. She'll find love when her children are older, you know. So we shall see. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed being on here with y'all tonight. You see, now it's time for me to get off. I stayed on 2 hours. I haven't had my shower yet. So I'm getting ready to get in the shower. No, I'm gonna get in the tub so I can relax. And then I'm gonna get in the bed. So I enjoy being on here. What's Daw's brother's name again? The one who's Marcus um Thornton. Marcus Thornton. He said, but in the meantime, your mother Kenny, your wife gonna get you. Kenny know he married. Kenny, your wife gonna get you. Kenny just be talking. Kenny, 1 minute Kenny talk be trying to, then he be talking about how happily married he is. Anyways, you guys, I enjoyed you all. I'm oh yeah, I'm gonna do my 240 push-ups. I mean, jumping jacks before I get in the before I get into the tub. What happened to Project Pat Son? I don't know. You know what? I was reading about that on Facebook today that something happened to Project Pat's son. And they said that it happened like 6 or 7 days ago, like five. Whenever we had the ice storm, that's when it happened. I don't know. I wonder what's going on that they just putting it out. Was he sitting there all that time? Did they just find him, or it's just getting out that it was Project Pat's son? So I know Project Pat had been doing his thing, going into the prisons and preaching and all of that, trying to help to change lives. And I don't know. I guess is it true? I've seen some people on Facebook say that. I don't think Project Pat has made an official statement. I haven't even seen any of the artists. Like LeChat is my Facebook friend. Give their, I don't know, but I did see people on Facebook saying that, that he was killed like 5 or 6 days ago during the ice storm. So, hey, I hate that. I do. Shout out to Project Pat. I appreciate what he's doing as far as trying to help the community, going into the prisons and stuff like that. Kenny said Project Pat is the best rapper out of Memphis. He definitely has a Memphis sound for sure. Um, he has a Memphis sound. Um, he's a good rapper too. It's been quite a few good rappers to come from. As a matter of fact, just about all of them, okay, have been really talented rappers. Mm, okay, y'all. I gotta do my jumping jacks and I gotta get in. I'm gonna just take a shower and go to bed, child. Anyway, y'all, I enjoyed you all tonight. It is always a pleasure. I want to say a prayer before we get off. Dear God, I just ask that you touch and protect everyone and their families that was on this live, as well as me and my family. I just ask that you look over everybody, give those that are in need a double portion of whatever it is that they're believing you for, God. I know that we're living in troubled times. I ask that you make the highways and the byways straight for those persons that have to get out in the morning and go to work. Allow each and every one to make it back home to their families the exact same way that they left. For those who have trouble on their jobs, I ask that you go before them. That difficult supervisor, those difficult co-workers, I ask that you go before them and touch their hearts and make things peaceful for them, God. Either elevate them or remove the trouble. We just thank you right now for prosperity, for peace amongst all things. And anyone that was on this live tonight speaking and thinking witchcraft, okay? We reverse every curse and send it back to the sender and may it manifest in their very own lives in less than 30 days. I put a time on it, okay? So it's dangerous messing with me, all right? Because I truly know the word of God. But anyways, you guys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I want y'all to sleep peacefully tonight, okay? Make sure you pray when you get off of here, all right? Because pray and rebuke anything in the spirit, because child, they be blazing on here for some reason. Them demons love to gather themselves around me to watch me and get mad at me. I'm sitting here with rollers in my head, okay? I ain't gonna even don't even get me started, okay? Because don't get me started. But them spirits like the blaze, okay? So make sure you pray and rebuke every devil that may have been around the chat. That's not right. Everybody that is in the bushes is not like that. I'm just saying it ain't but about two or three. Okay, so and we have to pray against them demons. Okay, maybe they'll stay away. Anyways, you guys, I love you guys. Y'all be good. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow.